now. Thank you so much for your patience. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the School of Hospitality today for our scholarship info sessions. My name is Zhao, and I am the business manager for the School of Hospitality at Georgia State University. Today, I will be presenting on some information regarding scholarship offered through the School of Hospitality. If you have any questions during the presentation or at the end, feel free to type your question into the chat box, and I will address them all at the end of the presentation. Or, if during the presentation you just want to use the raise your hand feature, it should be on the bottom right of your screen. And if you click on that, I should be able to see that and unmute you so you can speak directly and ask the question as well that way. Okay. Come on. Okay, so here is a quick snapshot of what what we'll be going through today. So first, I will talk through what and how many scholarship do we have offered through the School of Hospitality. What are the criteria, the application itself, and the deadline to submit the application, and then we'll go into the Q&A session at the end. So for hospitality scholarship, just keep in mind that if you have received scholarship through the School of Hospitality before, this is nothing new to you. But if not, just make sure you know that you have to be currently enrolled at Georgia State University and be a hospitality major in order to qualify for our scholarships. So we do, as you can see here, we do have several scholarships through the School of Hospitality, Atlanta Hospitality Alliance, Cecil B Scholarship in Hospitality Achievement, Hotel Equity, Hunter Hotel Realty Scholarship in Hotel Development. So all of these, I'm not going into detail of what they are, but if you scan this QR code, it will lead you directly to the website that has all the description of our scholarships, as well as the scholarship application for this year. To know that although there are several different names of scholarships here, there is only one application that you have to fill out and submit to the School of Hospitality. And we'll go into the detail of what you need to fill out later. But if you go to the website and you see Margaret Looper Scholarship in Restaurant Management, and then you're going to go look for a specific application for this. No, there aren't any, there are not 10 different applications that you have to fill out. There's only one. Okay, so to keep that in mind. So the criteria for hospitality scholarship vary with the funding source, but overall includes scholastic performance, work experience, extracurricular activities, career goals, and financial need. We look into this three big area. First is campus involvement, your experience, and your engagement with us and the university overall, right? So you might be wondering, okay, how do I get involved? What if I'm a freshman and I don't have any job or work experience yet? Or how do I engage with the School of Hospitality? How do I connect with other people in the industry? Well, there are a variety of ways that you can do so. And we know that you need these things in order to put on the scholarship application. That way there are these links that you can kind of learn more about us. For campus involvement, we strongly encourage that you get involved with student organization. For the School of Hospitality, we do have 6 different hospitality student organizations that you can join. I know currently there are a few leadership positions available. If you are interested in being, a vice president, president, or treasurer for any specific student organization, feel free to reach out to us and we can talk to you into more details about that. But having that experience, like being a leader on campus, to add to your resume and even on the scholarship application, that really make your application stronger and stand out amongst other applicants. So to learn more about our hospitality organization, feel free to double check, click on this link. You can take a screenshot of this slide so that you can revisit that later. For experience, if you are currently working in the hospitality industry, that's great. Be sure to keep track of your work hours because later on you're going to need to kind of list out all of your relevant experience to be considered for the scholarships. But also, if you are graduating, you will need to show us the required unit hour in order to graduate too. So start early, keep track of your work hour so that you can easily access it and write about it later. For those for people who do not have any work experience yet, if you're a freshman or sophomore and it's only your second year or first year, I strongly encourage you to check out our online job board. It's right here is the link, to see what opportunity are available out there so that you can start looking for applying and doing those job and internships. Also, if you are our major, then you already receiving email from the School of Hospitality. So be sure to check your email too, because we every single week, like we send out several email about jobs, opportunity, internship, or even just virtual events to keep you connected with industry people. Even if you are not looking for a job, it's still good for you to learn more about these company and building the relationship with these recruiters so that by the time you are ready to look for a job or wanting to get an internship, somebody to reach out and ask if they have the opportunity available. Engagement. Be sure to, if you are taking hospitality classes right now, I'm sure you know some of our hospitality faculty already. Be sure to keep in touch with them. They are not just faculty teaching, but they have experience in the hospitality industry and they know people in the industry to connect you with these people. You never know, they may be your mentor or could be your um, they can lead you to meet with a lot of other people that are working in the industry, and though people might be giving you job or internship opportunity that you not even know of. For a list of our faculty, here's the link that you can visit to learn more about them. We do have several PTI part-time instructor, and they are also working professional too in the hospitality industry. So don't miss out on getting to know them. If you haven't been attending our event, I really recommend you to start checking out our latest program, so that you can connect to and learn more about these wonderful hospitality companies. Here is the event calendar that lists out all of our upcoming events. In fact, all the events that we have hosted so far for this fall semester have been recorded, and we'll be posting them on our YouTube channel so that you can rewatch them later if you've missed that. But yeah, here are the things that we focus on, but also several ways that help you to kind of get more involved, to kind of build up your experience and everything. Okay, before I continue on with the application, do we have any questions so far? Any questions? Jeremy's like, no questions. Okay, great. Let's continue. um, so here is the application. Very simple. It's only 4 pages. Can you imagine that we're going to get to know you through only 4 pages of scholarship application? Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. So please provide as much detail as possible so that it's going to help us to evaluate your eligibility and what gonna fit you best for your situation. Um, don't just fill this application out just because you have to fill it out, right? Look through it, read through it, and answer each question thoroughly so that the scholarship committee, including the director of the School of Hospitality, can get to know you a little bit better. This application has been sent out to hospitality majors already. So if you are a current student, you should have received an email from us already. If you are not current student, meaning like if you are a high school student attending this session today and just kind of want to download this scholarship application to look through it, you can visit the website that I mentioned earlier. It's over here. Let me go back so that you know. Actually, either Shannon or Maddie, can you put in the chat box the link to this application so people can visit that and download it? Thank you. So if you download it, this is what you will see. The application deadline will be Friday, January 8, 2021. It's only October now. Well, it's the end of October already. So you have about what? October, the end of November, December. So it's about a little bit more than 2 months for you to complete this. And it's only 4 pages. So you have plenty of time to fill this out. So do not rush. Normally, when you fill this out, when you are done with that, you would bring it to the School of Hospitality at 35 Broad Street. We are on the 3rd floor of the School of Business, but due to the current situation, I understand that some of you may have, not even local, you might be out of state or just taking classes completely online. We understand. You can actually scan this whole application and then just send it to my email. So my email is right here, cnguyen48@ghu.edu. And you can just scan it to me and I will be sure to kind of scan through, review through everything. Right here, I saw a question from Asia. I think I'll get into that later. Okay, I'll save that for later, but I will address that. Okay. Scholarship qualification, very important. Please pay attention to this. Don't just fill it out. Okay, you need to know if you're even qualified for the scholarship, because if you are not and you fill it out, it will be a waste of time. So be sure you read through this. To be considered for a scholarship awarded through the School of Hospitality, a student must have the following prerequisites: be a hospitality major or a double major, including hospitality, and currently enroll. Very important. If you are incoming student, if you are thinking that you're going to start, fall 2021 of next year, then you're not going to be qualified for this. If you're a current hospitality major and you are also double major in real estate, yes, you are qualified for this, for our scholarships. One thing is to keep in mind that, unfortunately, if you are a hospitality minor or any other major other than hospitality, you won't qualify for the scholarships. If you submit this application and you put right here, your major is hospitality, and when we go double check in our record and it's saying that you are a different major, then unfortunately your application will be disqualified. So make sure that if you happen to change your major from something else to hospitality, be sure to meet with your academic advisor to update that now so that by the time you fill this one out and submit the application, and when we check it, everything is up to date. All right. Have at least 12 credit hour remaining after spring semester 2021. The reason being is because we only offer scholarship here. And as you can imagine, now is the period that we are accepting scholarship application all the way through January, right? And then we need some time to review your application and then make our decision. And then after that, there is a period where I need to work with each individual recipient for you guys to fill out some paperwork. And then after that, then you will receive the money directly, apply directly to your tuition at Georgia State. So that's why it's important that you have classes left after spring 2021. Because if you are filling this one out right now and you are graduating in spring 2021, the money that we are awarding to you to summer 2021 or fall 2021, you are not here to receive those money. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if this is unclear, and I'm more than happy to explain it again. But yeah, I know this part can be confusing sometimes for students. Have an overall GPA of at least 2.5, and so that is for anyone. Okay, if you are already taking hospitality classes, then you need to have a GPA in just hospitality classes at least 3.0. But if you are a sophomore right now and you haven't taken hospitality classes yet, of course, you won't have the GPA for hospitality classes. Then all we will look is just the overall GPA of 2.5. Okay. And then, yeah, the first part, you just fill out your name. Make sure you provide your name, full name, spelling correctly and everything. Major have to match with the record. So meaning if we go into the system and look up your name with your Panther ID number, we want to make sure it's a hospitality administration. If it's something else, then you're going to be disqualified. Address should be your physical address. We do not, please know that we do not send out check to student. If there are a very special situation that we have to do so, then just think of this address area is just like, for whatever reason, and we really have to send out a check to you, then what address should we send the check to? But other than that, usually the scholarship money is applied directly to your future semester, to the tuition for future semester. Telephone, work, home phone, and cell phone, so that if we have questions, we just need to contact you. Email should be GSU, Georgia State student email address. Do not put your personal email address, as that is not our main way of communications. We only email you through the student email. Student Panther number. Okay, if you don't remember this number, I need you to look into your PAWS portal and make sure the correct number is provided here. I've seen before that people, misplace the last two number of their Panther ID number, and I couldn't find them in the system. And I'm like, who the student? Are they even here? That should delay the process, and you don't want that. And then I'll have to contact you, and it just create inconvenience for both sides. So provide accurate number right here. And then overall GPA and hospitality GPA right here. So the GPA should through fall semester 2020. So I understand that we are still in the middle of the fall semester 2020. So you won't have these information until the end of the semester, and that should be available to you by, I would say, December, mid-December. You should have this information available on PAWS. So yeah, you can fill out everything except the 2 box. You're gonna just have to wait until your grade are posted and have the GPA. And then expect a semester year of graduation. How many credit hour are you taking spring 2021? So next week, is it next week? Yeah, next week is registration open for spring 2021. So you should have an idea of how many classes you will be taking in the spring. Are you graduating in the spring, or are you graduating in the summer or fall? You should get an idea of how many semester left you have, so we can kind of evaluate your applicant occasions. If you don't know, this is now a good time for you to schedule a meeting with your academic advisor so that they can help you to plan out your future courses and also put a plan together for you, so you don't just waste your time taking irrelevant courses or miss out a graduation deadline if you are about to graduate. The reason we are asking this is because, again, it tied into this right here, right? Have at least 12 credit hour remaining. We want to know, if you're telling us right here that, oh, I'm taking 12 credit in spring 2021 and that's it. I have 0 credit for summer 2021, fall semester 2021, 0 credit. Then it tells us that, hey, the student is graduating in the spring, so she's not going to be qualified for this our scholarship because she won't be here, right? Work experience, very, very important. Do not leave this blank. In fact, do not leave anything on this application blank. Provide as much detail as possible. As I have shared earlier, it's only 4 pages. We're not going to know who you are, what situation you are in, unless you try to tell us, like, why you deserve a scholarship. So tell us your work experience. If you are, I don't know if we have any freshmen here today, but if this is your first semester, first year at Georgia State, and last summer, before your senior, year, you work at a Chick-fil-A as a ship leader, and work with a team at Chick-fil-A. That experience is hospitality related. It's customer service, managing people, working in a team. All that is count. So do not forget about that. Provide it here. When you put your name here and you put your major, we'll double check. If we see that in our record indicated that you are a freshman and you have some experience working during your high school year, that will be count and take into consideration for your scholarship. So be sure to provide it here. Don't just fill this out for the sake of filling it out. Please think thoroughly and fill it out. Provide the employer your position. What was it? Were you a team leader? Were you a cashier? Were you a front desk agent? Provide it here. Date of employment, how long were you employed for, and the average number of work that you work every week when you were still employed, or if you're currently working right now, you can put that as well. Very important though. So now we are on page 3 and page 4 of the application. You want to, this is just continue on. Oh, this is the part where you can put your non-hospitality work experience. So if you have done something just not within hospitality, but just volunteer work or something that is a little bit close to hospitality, you can provide it here as well. Student activities, if you are a part of student organization, especially if you are holding officer position, that is very, very strongly encouraged for you to fill it out here, because if you do not put it here, it's okay, but it's gonna just make other people who fill this one out right here. Where's my mouse? Sorry. Yeah, if other people have all of the organization involvement right here, their application will be stronger than your, right? So you want to fill out as much as possible. Professional activity, if you are involved with national organization and doing any work outside of school that are related to hospitality, to the industry, then make sure you fill this out right here too. Like I said, we look through everything, every single item on this application. It's only 4 pages, so we look at everything. Another portion right here is very important. I emphasize very important is because this is where you can briefly state your career goal when you graduate from Georgia State. This is actually where we determine what scholarship you are best fit into. So remember earlier in the presentation, I showed you a list of different scholarship that we have, and there is only one application. Yet this is the one application that you have to fill out. And based on your work experience, your career goal, that's how we determine what scholarship you're gonna get. Okay, so if you have a mixture of background and event planning, for example, and then your career goal is saying that, oh, actually, I've been involved with event planning, but I really looking forward to a career path in hotel and lodging. Great, that's fine. You will look into that and see if you qualify for any event scholarship and hotel lodging scholarship. Okay. But if everything is your purely just hotel lodging, that's fine too. You will match you with the scholarship that are best fit with your background and your career goal and your interest. All right. I've seen students, here on the, here are only a few lines that you can write about your career goal, but feel free, you can open up a Word document. I've seen students did this before. They open a Word document and type up a whole story about how they got into hospitality industry and what their background is all about, what do they want to do after graduation. They have a whole page or 2 pages. That's fine. We'll read it. We'll want to get to know you. Okay, so don't feel like, oh my God, to see all that I can write about. No, you can submit an additional paper if you want to. Financial need, this is what you will need to make sure you provide accurately based on financial aid and stuff like that. And just click through. Are you currently right here? I want to mention something about this right here. Are you currently the recipient of any scholarship other than the Hope Scholarship? So if you have received a scholarship through Georgia State from other department or from the university, be sure to provide it here. To know that this not gonna stop you from getting our scholarship. Okay, we just need to know. We just want to know. A lot of people tell me that, oh my God, I got a scholarship already from the university. I don't think they're gonna give more money to me. No, that's not true. We, like I said, we look at every single line item, and just based on your experience, your background, your goal, that will determine what you get. Tuition is expensive. There are other expensive books, living, transportation, all kind of stuff. So any additional money is good money, and I don't think the more is the better. So be sure to provide it here. Citizenship status is very straightforward right here, non-immigrant, alien. I don't know if we have any international students today, but if we do, please know that our scholarships are also available for international students. Don't be discouraged and then not fill this out and say that, oh, I'm an international student, I don't think I'm qualified. No, you are qualified, okay? The majority of international students are F1 visa student, I believe, and you are eligible. So please download the application, read through, and submit it, okay? If there are other students with other status, be sure to provide here as well. Very important. Last part. You need to sign, read this, and sign at the bottom. If you don't sign, if you don't sign this application, whatever you have wrote up here, we're not going to read it. Okay. It's very important that you confirm and certify that you are the one that filled out this application and you are responsible for providing all this information and making sure that this is all accurate and truthful. Okay. And then date it right here. Um, Again, you can scan this, download this and scan it to send it to my email, or if you happen to stop by the School of Hospitality, you can just drop it in the office and we'll take care of the rest. Okay, here, do not forget to attach your academic evaluation. So, oh, um, beside the application itself, we also need you to attach your academic evaluations. If you are a current student, you should know what this is. If you don't know how to do this, feel free to reach out to us, and I'm more than happy to show you how to run an academic evaluation for you. But this is very important. If you are a non-GSU student yet, when you enter Georgia State, you're going to know what this is. Not only this is a way for you to look at your academic standing, showing your GPA right here. On the application, we ask, what is your overall GPA? Where do you get that information from here, right? And then we ask on the application that what major you are. You say hospitality. Well, how do we know that? Well, we will go into the system and double check your major right here. I see that. If for some ever reason it stayed right here, real estate or something, then we know that, oh, you're not hospitality. It's not correct. If you're changing your major, be sure you meet with your advisor soon. This morning we had a question about how long does it take to change your major? Usually it shouldn't take more than a week, but I know that registration for the spring semester is open next week. So advisor may be really busy helping student with putting together like course recommendation for student for the spring semester. So if you send them a request to change your major, they may not look at that until they, have time. But if you wait until a week or two, or if you email them this week, then I think they should be able to get that updated in the system for you. Please know that the School of Hospitality does not have the ability to update your major because we are not advisor. So make sure you meet with your advisor to do all of that. Also, again, here is where we're going to check to see when are you going to graduate, right? If you have applied, right here is as applied to graduate. If you say, if it's showing right here, fall semester 2020, we know that you did apply to graduate and you'll be done this semester or next semester or so on. Under this, there are other course like showing courses that you have taken, all of that, and we'll look at all of that too. But this is just a screenshot to show you what is the academic evaluation look like. There are a lot of things that you can do with this thing. It's not just looking at GPA or how many classes you have left to take, but also there's a feature. It's a what if right here. It's kind of grayed out. But if you click on that after you log into this and you click on this and it's gonna open up a different screen and it will ask you what major do you want to change into. So for example, if you're currently real estate major and you want to see if when you change to hospitality major, if that's gonna if you have to take additional course or if any of the real estate course is going to count into this new degree, new major, then the what if feature will show you all of that. You can play it. It's very direct and straightforward. So I think you can play with it by yourself. But if you have trouble with that and want to meet with an advisor, they will use the same feature and kind of show you what it looks like for you. But yeah, so that is pretty much the academic evaluation that you need to submit along with the scholarship application to me. Please be sure, do not send me screenshot of your academic evaluation. There's a feature right here. It says save as PDF, okay? You click there, it will open a PDF of your evaluation. You can download it, save it to your computer, and then send it through email to me. Or you can, after you open it as a PDF file, you can print it and staple it along with your application, with your scholarship application, and just drop it off in the school of hospitality. All right. Please do not send me screenshot because screenshot just doesn't look sometimes it's not available through email. Like I have to download it, and it's things will cut off, and we're not going to be able to review everything. So save as PDF is the best way for us to see everything. Let me stop right there to see if we have any questions. Okay, let me open the chat. Okay, so we have one question. Can I add employers from international country? Yes, you can. This is from Coakley, DeAndrea. Yes, you can definitely. If you are an international student and you have work outside of the US, please add it to the experience part. Like for how long, what company, what's the name? Just be mindful, okay? Just be mindful that we may ask you to retrieve your pay stub or maybe a letter from the employer to certify that you used to work at this company for how long, so to keep those things in mind. But yes, any experience that you have related to hospitality, please provide. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there's one question about okay, how does the monies vary from Asia? So although there is only one scholarship application, like I said, if you provide, we will get to know you, right, through your scholarship application. It depends on what background you have, what experience you have, and what your career goal will be. Will determine what scholarship will be a match for you. And the range is between 500 to 2,000. So you could get 500, you could get 2,000, you could get 1,000. It's vary to depend on what scholarship are best fit for you. Okay. I think that's all the question I have, unless anyone wants to speak up and ask questions. Okay, I don't see any other question. I'll continue on. So here is the scholarship timeline. Application opens in November. In fact, it's already open. If you are a hospitality major, you should have received an email from the School of Hospitality already with the application attached. So you should be able to download, look at it, or fill it out, or save it until you want to work on it later. You have all the way until January 8th of next year to submit the application. So it's 2 months for you to work on it. Award decision. So after you submit it, we need to kind of look through all the application and make award decision. Every scholarship applicant will get an email from me directly or from the School of Hospitality to let you know if you have received a scholarship or not. If you receive a scholarship, then we'll let you know what the name of the scholarship is and in what amount. And then after that, there are other housekeeping items that I will put in that email too. It's going to tell you that please reply to this email, let us know that you accept the scholarship. Attached is a form that we need you to fill out and return it to me. We do have a photo shoot for scholarship recipient. Be sure you sign up for the photo shoot time slot. Also, we have a celebration for scholarship recipient. Be sure to register for that. So all of that will come later. This year, we did not have a celebration because of COVID-19, unfortunately. But we did have a virtual celebration, and all the scholarship recipient of this year are posted on the College of Business website. So you can take a look at that and see all the previous scholarship recipients. But usually, after you submit your application, you will not hear from us for a couple of weeks. So don't panic, okay? We'll let you know if you get it or not. Even if you don't get anything, we'll let you know too. So that usually come at the end of February or early March. All right. But if you don't hear anything from us, like after March, that's weird. Then reach out to me and I'll talk with you. But that's not the case. Usually I handle this, and that never happened before. So rest assured that you'll hear from us in March, the latest. Okay. And then after you receive that email, you follow the instruction from my email, do all the form, accept your scholarship. Your scholarship money will be applied directly to the following semester. So we put fall semester right here, but if you are taking summer classes and you say, child, can I use that scholarship money to pay for my summer because I'm not working this summer? Yeah, that's fine. I'll submit a request to the university and request to disperse that scholarship to your summer tuition. And then if you have any money left, that can be applied to the fall semester. Okay. And then again, fall semester start again, and the new scholarship application rolled out in November, and then the process start all over again. Okay. I hope that's clear. Okay, so that we just finished talking about scholarship at provided by the School of Hospitality. Keep in mind that there are national scholarship for student. So here is from NEWH Atlanta Chapter Scholarship. This is their website. This is also available for 2-year student. So I don't know if we have any student that are attending this session coming from Perimeter College. If you are, know that you will be qualified for some scholarship from NEWH. So check this out. Definitely check that out. And then we do have AHLA Foundation Scholarship. This is their website. And again, their scholarships are ranging from $500 to up to $7,000. So check these out. Feel free to do a screenshot of this and save these links. We do have students previously got scholarship from these chapters, so we know it's trustworthy. If you Google like hospitality scholarship, I'm sure tons of site pop up for you to look at these scholarship. But we don't work with those organizations. We don't know how trustworthy they are, but we know for a fact that these two are the one that we work closely with. We know the organization, and we know that students have received scholarship before. That's why we are stressing you that this is a good sort of money too. If you are looking for additional fund, check them out. So yep, that is that. Here are just a few testimonials from our previous scholarship recipients. Most of them have graduated already. Vivek is still here with us. He's is a sophomore or junior. Yeah, he is sophomore, maybe a junior. He's here, and I think we do have a past recipient here today too, and he's in the attendee. We'll get to that later. We'll chat later. But yeah, I will bring on Maddie Thibodeau's, a current student, and she is our previous recipient for the Robert R. King Memorial Scholarship in Hospitality and Tourism. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Maddie, can
Hello.
you? Oh, you can. Okay. Are you? I don't know. You're not the panelist. Let me make you a panelist so you can show your video. Okay. Maddie, can
Hi,
you?
everyone.
Yay, we see you. Perfect. Yeah. So, do you want to just introduce yourself and just kind of give a few thought of how did you get the scholarship and all of that?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Maddie. I'm a sophomore currently. I was the recipient of the Robert R. King Memorial Scholarship last year. The application process is super easy, so everyone should definitely apply. It probably took me 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes tops. Um, And my biggest advice for anyone wanting to apply would be to just get involved and make sure you're showing your face at the School of Hospitality. The easiest thing to do is to just talk to your professors, talk to Dr. Cannon. Everyone makes themselves so available for you and they want to get to know you. So if you make yourself available and you meet people and everything, um, that definitely puts you as a higher contender to receiving a scholarship. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, great. I do have a few questions for you. So, how did you learn about the scholarship? I know you are a sophomore, so you got the scholarship, I guess, the first year, right?
Yes.
You basically, yeah, you are brand new to Georgia State, to School of Hospitality. How did you learn about this scholarship and apply?
I learned about it through my email, actually. I definitely, the School of Hospitality sends a lot of emails, but they always are important. We're never going to send you anything just for fun. Like it's always with good information. So that's how I heard about it. I was looking through the School of Business as well, like the RCB scholarships and all of that. And they had some information on the School of Hospitality scholarships as well. And the really cool thing about the School of Hospitality scholarships is that it's only hospitality students that are applying. So when you apply to these other scholarships, like the RCB Dean scholarship and everything, you're competing against all business students. The pool for the School of Hospitality is a lot smaller, so you have a way bigger chance of receiving an award than other scholarships. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because if you apply for the college or the university, I'm not saying that you should apply to those. I actually strongly encourage that you seek out a way to apply for those scholarship, for the college, for the university, because I know that now October is actually the time that a lot of scholarship application opens, for the college, for the university. So be sure you check out these opportunity. Do not miss it. But I also strongly encourage you to apply for our scholarship if you are a hospitality major, because this is free money. And like Maddie said, the pool is smaller because this is just exclusive for hospitality major. So you definitely will get a better chance of getting something too. So yeah, definitely very good advice. Um, you kind of touch into the differences between our scholarship and an RCB scholarship, but can you also say something, tell us the differences between our application and RCB application?
yes, so from what I remember, the RCB application was directly on the RCB website and like it wasn't a separate form or anything. It was just online. You quickly type in your information, and I think you might have to type in a paragraph or something. They kind of vary, and then you send it in. But the School of Hospitality application process is completely different. It's that form that you went over through the presentation. So if you apply to the RCB one, it doesn't automatically apply you to the School of Hospitality. You have to do the separate application.
Mhm. Yep, great. I guess one more question is, what is one myth about scholarship you want to debunk?
Hmm. Wow. What are, I don't know, like a myth about a scholarship?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
scholarship. So, oh, what were you saying?
I haven't said anything. I don't know if I've ever even heard any myths about scholarship, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, earlier this morning when we had the same session, somebody mentioned that scholarship is actually somebody have the assumption that, only athletic student gets scholarship, only outstanding student gets scholarship. So I kind of want to pick your brain and see, like, is
Okay.
that true? Do you have the same assumption too, or what do you think about that?
Okay. No, obviously not. Like I said earlier, the biggest thing is that the faculty and the people who are choosing people for these scholarships, they just want to get to know you and who you are. So like I said, honestly, y'all, like the biggest thing, like obviously you need a 2.5 GPA, but other than that, if you make yourself present and available, that's the biggest thing you can do. Like being a friend with Dr. Cannon, with Dr. Height, whoever you have as your professor, those are the types of students that are going to be receiving scholarships because they know who you are. The faculty, they want to be able, once you graduate and you have a successful job and you're owning a successful business or working for a successful business, they want to be able to say, oh, I know them, I taught them and everything. So that's the biggest thing. So, no, you don't need to be an athlete, you don't need to have a 4.3 GPA or anything like that. As long as you're a hardworking student and you're passionate about hospitality, you are a great contender for a scholarship.
Yeah. I want to stress that we look at every single line item and we ask you to fill out the application for a reason because we want to know you. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm competing with 100 other people. I don't know if I'm going to get this. It's not going to worth my time. It's worth your time. Please submit an application. If you don't submit it for the college or for the university, try us. Try us. I promise you will get something. I promise. If you involve and if have meet with us before, you get something. So don't be discouraged by that. I see that a question had come through. So that's all the question I have for Maddie. So if you have other questions, feel free to raise your hand, and I can unmute you so you can speak directly, or you can type the question in the chat box as well too. Um, let's see. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jeremy, for attending. He said thank you for the information. He had to leave for work. Okay. Okay, Aja asked, how would you be able to get the $2,000? Um, like I said, scholarship vary, depend on your application, and what is a good match for you. Because if think about this, if you get a scholarship in event and your background is all about hotel, and lodging, that isn't a good match. These scholarship fund are provided to you guys, thanks to our generous donor, but these donors have some tied into the specific segment that they are in. So meaning that, yes, they are working in the hospitality industry, but they might be in event planning and they want to award scholarship to students who have a career passion into event. So we'll look for students who have a passion into event planning, event management, trade show, meeting planner, etc. Right? And then there are scholarship available for students who have a passion into lodging and certain things that are related to hotel, all of that. Then of course we have to match you with these scholarship. So there's no specific way that you get a certain amount, because it's also depend on how many scholarship application we get each year, and also the fund available as well. If let's say if this year we have 50 scholarship application and all of you are into hotel, then the pot for the hotel scholarship, we'll have to divide it, amongst the recipient that we selected. Does that make sense? I don't know, Maddie, if you have any, if it's things might be clearer, feel free to jump in and help me explain. But let's say if you are the only one that have a career goal in hotel, and we do have a scholarship available that are for students that want to go into hotel lodging, and it's available at 1,000, 2,000. That may go on to you because you are the only one that have this career goal. I hope that kind of answer the questions. And Shannon and Maddie, feel free to chime in if you have any additional thing to share too. Yep. Any other questions that we have from our attendees? No, we don't have any other questions. Let me double check one more time, because I'm also sharing the screen. It's kind of hard for me to see if there are anything in the chat box. Mm, yep, no, I think that's all. Oh, thank you, Berenice. You said no, thank you. Well, if we don't have any more questions, then I'll just move on to our contact information page. So this is where we are located, 35 Broad Street, Suite 315. Currently, we are only open the office on Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to 5:15 p.m. If you happen to be in town or want to submit the scholarship application on a Friday, then it's okay. Reach out to us. We'll make it work. We can meet with you on Friday to accept the application. That's fine. We'll make it work. But for now, that's our operating hour. But virtually, we are open, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:15. So you can always email your application to me too. Or you can email directly to hospitality@gsu.edu. This email right here, that also go directly to us. I access that mailbox too. So I will see your application. If you have any other question that you can think of after this presentation, you can leave us a voicemail at the following number right here, 404-413-7615. Or you can email me directly or the hospitality email right here. And I would be more than happy to kind of answer any question that you may have. Maddie, if you don't mind putting my email address in the chat box for everyone to have it, that would be great. But yeah, I'm accessible. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. Again, it's free money, so take advantage of this. It shouldn't take you too long to thank you, Shannon, for the email. Yeah, so please do not skip out on this thing. If you miss out on previous event or anything like that, it's okay. You can rewatch. But for this scholarship, you don't want to miss it, because if you missed it, you're gonna have to wait for a whole year, until the scholarship application open again next November. So yeah, please submit an application and let me know if you have any questions. And that should conclude our presentation for today. Oh, we end right on time. Perfect. I'll just leave 30 seconds just to see if anyone have any other questions? No? Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for your help, Maddie and Shannon. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Bye.